Welcome back, Sunday Society, to another episode of Taking Back Sunday, our last in the Rewind series.
Yeah, it's been a good summer.
It has been a good summer.
I wonder if I've gotten tanner over the last few weeks.
Probably.
I'll have to look back.
Probably. I have not. I'm still very
I feel like you're a little tanner.
I am, but not probably enough to notice on the camera. Sorry, guys.
She looks less translucent.
It's true. You can't see through me quite as much as you can, or you could before. No, I liked how quick and succinct this summer was. I think every summer needs to just be like a 8-week mini series or something, and give us time to kind of get back to doing what we intended when we started this, is taking back control of our lives. And with that, we're going to talk about how far we've come. So grab your coffee, get comfy, and let's take back Sunday. I don't know if you guys watched last week's episode, but there were pickles involved, and now my papers smell a little pickly. We won't tell you why. You can just guess. So, we've been doing this now for 3 years.
Yep.
It's crazy. 2023 to 2026. And I am super proud of us for maintaining the commitment to this, because
Same.
Literally, I am the person that will start something and then just finish and never see it through. I'll quit. I don't want to say
she'll
finish.
Start something and not finish
I won't
it.
Finish it. Exactly. Yeah. So this last episode in our Rewind series, I thought it would be fun to look back. And who were we in 2023? Who was this podcast? What was this? How did we get here?
Yeah.
So in 2023, I was looking back, and I was still, I was 3 years post breakup, but still entangled in that. I wasn't broken free yet. So I was still dealing with that. I had lost my dog, and I was super spiraled. I was not great. So I was definitely somewhere dark. I had sold my house to move in with my grandparents, because they were my granny specifically was I just don't feel safe living alone, but not unsafe to where she can't walk and take care of herself. But if something were to happen, a medical emergency, there's somebody here that could get there quickly and assist. Knock on wood. We're still okay, not needing to do much of that. Did have to force her to go to the hospital though, because the woman basically had no blood left in her body. So that was interesting. I was single, and I was dating, and I was failing at dating. I'm still failing at dating. I was going through fertility treatments, and I had started therapy. That was kind of where I was when we started. I feel like I had just come through all of this really difficult, challenging, experiences, and we started this. And that's kind of all of that, trauma and sadness kind of was in me when we first decided to do this. So what about you? Where was Hannah in 2023?
So I'm pretty sure I was just leaving a position and starting a new executive director position. I was really excited about it at the time. It was not the right fit for me, but I was excited about it at the time. And I was getting ready to celebrate a year of sobriety. I was riding on that cloud. I was very involved in recovery and just trying to do whatever at the time to really just kind of stay in a good place with that. And I had a 7-year-old, an 11-year-old, and a 13-year-old.
That's crazy. That's the craziest part for me.
And life was good. My marriage was good, but still kind of building back on. Yeah. So I was recovering personally. I was recovering with my family and my marriage, and I don't know. I don't feel like a lot has changed in that, but maybe.
I think a question that, when I'm meeting new people, they ask, why a podcast, or what is this podcast? And I don't think that it's fair for me to answer that question because it wasn't my idea. So why did you want to start this podcast? What was it about it that you were like, we got to do this?
I think what kind of started it for me is that we had like these TED Talks, just you and I.
Yeah.
And I was like, how we should be sharing this stuff. This is good. Like, this is good material.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
people could probably relate. It was definitely like a self-care type of like mental health awareness. And I know in the very beginning, like we pushed that a lot. We really focused in on mental health and, living in the present and like being where your feet are and really talking through things that we had been through and our experiences and sharing that with people. And it was kind of like we came and we sat down and we had those talks, but we shared it with people.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like you got to have like a public view into our private conversations that we've been having.
Yeah.
We've been having for a long time.
And the farther along we went in the podcast, the more comfortable I think we got with those conversations and really letting people just hear about what we were like.
Yeah.
No holds back. Like, we're not holding back.
No, what we share with you is real experiences. And I think you can tell, like, throughout this journey the last 3 years that my meds have changed because I don't cry as much.
You definitely don't cry as much.
But
I don't either, though.
No.
I am, it takes a lot for me to cry.
Yeah. And I feel like we share in, like, the happy tears.
Yeah.
But, like, some of the episodes I can't really listen to if I'm not in, like, a really good, comfortable space because they're hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to hear that pain. And for me, I tell people it's a passion project. Like, this is something that we do for fun. It's for us.
It's self-care.
It is.
It is my self-care. I
self-care.
really don't do anything else for myself. I was really excited about tonight. We don't have to talk about that, even though I thought it was tomorrow and not tonight. But anyway, because I don't do a lot. I don't. I just am kind of boring.
Yeah, I mean,
and so, like,
I feel like that's my fault. I'm so boring. And if I wanted to do more, maybe we would go do more. But
I have other friends. I just don't. I just stay at home. I just stay at home and, like, chill with my family. And I don't know, like, buy squishies of whatnot for Brinley. Like, I don't have a life. So this is really the thing that I, like, set time aside for every week or, when we are recording.
Yeah. And I think that in the beginning too, we both talked about, like, this is to help people. Like, it's great for us. It is self-care. It is a way for me to purge. I work from home, so I don't really talk to people that much. So it's nice to be able to, like, purge out everything. But it's also, we said, like, if we reach one person with the things that we talk about and, like, make a difference for them. Yeah, Petunia. What did you think that podcasting would be like?
I felt like it was going to be really hard and, like, we were going to run out of things to talk about, like, immediately.
Yeah.
And
immediately.
I was worried literally that I was going to offend everybody. Like, I was like, we are just going to every time, like, we're going to get canceled. I was so worried about getting canceled.
Yeah.
And then somewhere that changed.
About that. Yeah. Hot Take Summer, girl. Yeah. I'm telling you,
it's life changing.
If you've been with us from the beginning, you have noticed a shift. Yeah. As soon as we started Hot Take Summer, things have been different.
It really was.
I think, honestly, it might be the video aspect of it. Because I think that's when we started recording videos, too.
Yeah.
And just being able to, I don't know.
And we stopped, like, preparing as much and, like, reading off a script. I feel like that could be it, too. It's like, we're just raw dogging.
Raw dogging life.
For all my people that love the raw dogging that we be doing around here.
Some people, I think we had someone comment on a TikTok that said that they be raw dogging life too. I think it was someone that you work with.
Oh, yes.
Our dope AF girl.
Yeah. Hey, girl. We love her.
Yes. I thought that podcasting would be like this. Like this. Real, cathartic, like expressing true opinions. When we started, it was scary. Because it's like, it's almost like people would ask, like, well, you feel comfortable talking about these things, like it's really personal. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not talking about it to a bunch of people in real time. I'm talking about it to my best friend.
Yeah.
Like,
and we are just visiting and then we share And we can edit if we decide,
Yes.
that wasn't like...
Listen, there are so many things that we've edited out for our benefit and also for your benefit. There's some things that you just don't need to, don't need to hear. A live show would be so much fun.
And I think that we could talk about that in the future.
Yeah. We talked about goals recently. That's one. A live show would be super fun. What did you think? What were you the most excited for or scared about when we started this?
So I went with scared.
Okay, I did too.
And it was sounding inexperienced or like amateur, like not professional. I so badly wanted to be like, I don't want, like, even like some very good podcasts that I listen to, like Crime Junkies, like in the beginning when they first started, you can tell like such a difference. And I just didn't want anybody to be like, this sounds like two idiots recording. And I wanted it to sound professional and polished.
And I think it did.
Yeah.
Honestly. There's some, there's more questions that we will answer about like things that we would change, and we'll talk more about that. But I was scared about how we would be perceived. I was really afraid about putting ourselves out there and talking about these vulnerable topics. Not necessarily as much for me, but I think I was worried about how people would see you when you talked about addiction and how open and honest you were.
Yeah.
I was afraid that people were going to not be supportive, but it was the exact opposite.
Oh, yeah.
People were so thankful, and we'll talk about that too. But I didn't want you to be seen in a negative light because of the struggles and how real you were about them.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful that we have a really good, like, community. We have a good Sunday society, but like, I don't know. The only backlash we've ever gotten is from inner turmoil of people that don't matter.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's silly stuff. It's not like deep, like, how dare you talk about addiction and make it, blah, blah, blah. It's people are honestly like, thank you for being so honest about these things. And honestly, listen, I didn't even write this down anywhere. Talking about losing my hair, I think has gotten the most like interaction in public from people. People talk to me in public now about like my thinning hair, and I'm like, oh, it's so uncomfortable. And it's fine if you're doing it. Please don't think that I want you to stop. But like, I didn't realize how much people would hear that. And now I'm like, oh my God, now everyone's looking at my bald spot on the front of my head. But then I'm like, no, people relate to this.
People struggle with
like,
it.
I wouldn't, and people are like, I never would have noticed if you wouldn't have pointed it out. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Love you. But yeah, you did. But like, people are like, you should try this. You could try this. And I don't mind that. I thought that I would, but being vulnerable, I think it's a, I don't want to say like gateway, but it is a gateway to other people.
Mm-hmm.
Just being able to connect to people. So what would surprise 2023 Hannah about where we are today? We did not talk about our answers to these questions, so I'm excited.
So that we talk so freely about life and our views, and that we have haters. We have haters.
I didn't put that one down, but I think that would surprise me. I'd be like, how could anyone hate us? Oh my goodness. Honestly, I thrive on the haters. Keep hating, baby. I said that I would be surprised at how comfortable I am with being honest and like just raw dogging my truth, like just speaking it and not feeling like I have to sugarcoat anything. Because we've talked about some really heavy stuff, you know? And
we honestly, sure have.
Yeah, both of us. And
I don't have my eyelashes on today for all of you. Just FYI.
I barely put myself
I'm sure you
together.
noticed.
I think you are the only one that notices because you're so beautiful.
I don't care. I like, you could tell like where my eyeliner like smudged up on my eyelids, and I was doing this in the car trying to get it off. Other than that, I was like, it's fine.
I probably look like I haven't slept in a year, and that's also okay.
Yeah, you look great.
Thank you. My voice is also like an octave lower. Don't know why. We love that for me.
It's all about balance, because I be listening to myself when I get excited. And I'm like, oh, bring it down. Bring it down, girl. Oh, she's screechy.
There's actually a thing on the microphone that I could turn on for you. It'll mute you down.
It's just that high pitch. I'm like, oh, you can tell when I think something's funny or exciting.
I love it. All right, so that was who we were. That was
Mhm.
like looking at the past. Now looking at us currently, like talking about some of our biggest changes, like personally, what do you think are some of the biggest changes from 23 to 26 for you? The year, not the age. You were 23 to 26.
I think that I am more comfortable in my skin and who I am as a person. You know, I have always been a people pleaser, and the fact that like somebody would think something bad about me or say something bad about me or, you know, have this image that they wanted to portray to other people would have been crippling to me.
Yeah.
And now I'm just kind of like, okay.
Crazy for you to think that, but whatever.
Yeah, like
I love that.
I feel like this last year I've had a few separate people really kind of come for my character, and just being comfortable with who I am and like my intention with everything. I'm like, okay, well, good for you. I'm sorry you feel that way.
Sorry you feel that way. Yeah. Return to sender. I don't accept this.
Yeah, which we've talked about that. There is just certain things it's like, that's just not who I am as a person. And so if you really think that about me, then you obviously didn't know me at all. And that's that. So yeah, I feel more comfortable in who I am. I don't know. I feel more like in a like kind of a steady place.
Yeah. Like things don't feel so up and down in life. They feel like they're more regulated.
Like there's been a lot in the last 3 years, but I feel like we've kind of gotten to just kind of a baseline, and I'm just going to ride that out as long as life will allow me.
Let's ride that wave, baby.
Knock on wood. Surely there's some like wood. Yeah.
These baseboards are real. These doors for real. I feel the same way. I don't know that I am as much of a people pleaser as you were. Because, like, I say no all the time. I'm like, I don't want to do that. But I do feel like I don't have to, like, mind my tongue as much. Like, I don't have to watch what I say around the people that I'm with, because I'm around people who accept me and know, like, whatever is going to come out of my mouth is just whatever. And they know the intention behind it.
Yeah, like, people know you, and they know that you would never come from a place that you, like, a bad place.
Malice. Yeah. Never. Like, it's so... Even
if you do come off, like kind of like sideways, you're like, okay, well, that she must be having a hard time, or like that there's it's never where you're like, oh, is she mad? Like, is she trying to be mean to me? Is she trying to hurt me? No, like people know that.
I hope. I mean, I know that the people that I'm the closest with do know that. And that's good. And then, you know, I think the biggest way that I've grown really is just having boundaries. I couldn't have told you what a boundary was before we started this podcast, you know, and I went to therapy and I learned how to set them. I learned what they are. I learned what they do. And it's just, it is part of my life.
Yeah.
And I do have, you know, boundaries with family. I have boundaries with friends. I don't really need them so much, just because at this point, like, it's just normal now. Like, I don't have to reestablish boundaries with the people that I'm with. Sometimes I have to with my family, because it's family.
Oh, family's that way though. Like, family boundaries with family are the hardest anyway.
They are. And it's, for whatever reason, those are the hardest ones. And I have to, like, reestablish, like, okay, I just need to put a reminder out here that this is how this needs to be for me to feel like my best version of myself. I don't feel that way when this, and this are happening, blah, blah, blah. I haven't had to do that often, and nothing serious, but I think that's kind of personally for me, how I've grown. We talked a little bit about professionally. How has professional Hannah changed since 2023?
Well, professional Hannah is always a hustler, but she would love to not be. I think I pushed myself so hard, like, from the time I got pregnant with Corbin until this last year. Like, I've always been like, do better, do more, do more, do more. And now I'm just like, I just want to enjoy life.
Do less.
And do less. And so that's kind of where I am. Like, I'm successful. I have a good job. I make decent money. I, you know, enjoy what I do. It's purposeful, but I don't think it's my forever career, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to do things that allow my creativity to be more at the front of what I do. And so, yeah.
Well, if you think about it, you have been working since what, 14?
14.
So that's more than 2 decades worth
Yeah.
of a life. Like that's, and Corbin's going to be the same way. I mean, Corbin's been working since before that even.
Yeah.
And you, I mean, when you've put in 20 years, 23 years of work, you're tired. It's okay. I think that if anyone deserves to do less, it's you. Like, it's okay. And I like, you know, that this job that you're in now might not be your final, like, role, but I do think that it is giving you the skills that you need to fulfill a purpose and to then take those to the next, whatever, next phase of your life.
It is definitely a purposeful job that I feel like has a lot of meaning, and I make an impact.
Yes.
And that in itself is wonderful.
It's rewarding. It's not just,
yeah.
I don't know because I'm not you, but I don't know if the good outweighs the bad, but they balance each other out to an extent.
Yeah, to an extent, yeah. Because being in charge of a building, meaning in charge of staff, residents, everything that goes on every day, it is stressful.
It's a lot.
There's a lot of pressure, and I wish that I could walk out the door and like leave it there, but I can't. Like it just doesn't work that way. And so, yeah, but I am super grateful. I have really great residents. This job has allowed me to be able to be more involved with those residents and like do fun things and plan fun things. And
that honestly is your true passion, is to plan parties. So
yeah, it's been fun. And, I have a great team of people that help make my job a little bit easier.
Yeah. And I mean, that's honestly, it's hard to find.
Yeah.
It's hard to find good people. Well, when we started this, was in the support role in the company that I'm in now. Left to go do a little hiatus in sales and senior living, and found out that sales nor senior living are for me, which is fine. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. But I was very fortunate to have the opportunity to come back to the company that I worked on as a solutions engineer. So I've kind of moved up on the pay grade, the title, and we've talked previously what my goal looks like for the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So watch out for me. I do, I've been attending more conferences. People know who I am. I think the biggest challenge professionally for me is like learning when to let go. Like when is enough?
Yeah.
Like when is it time to fold them, And I had to do that when I was on the support team.
You gotta know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. Okay.
Off topic, kind of. But yeah, so like knowing my worth and like when is it that I have to step away because you're not valuing me for who I am. And in this conference that I went to, it's called ISTE, and it's one of the biggest tech conferences in the country for ed tech. Somebody who is high in the ranks on my on the product team of the company I work told me to my face. I introduced myself, or like a seller introduced me to him. He was like, "Oh yeah, you're the girl who's always in the channels answering all the questions." And I was like, "You know my name? Like, you know who I am?" And he was like, "You're invaluable to this company." And I was like, clutch my pearls. I beg your finest of pardons. So I am riding that high, first of all, for the rest of the year. But I'm also going to take that as fuel and like evidence I deserve everything that I ask for within reason. If you've watched Schitt's Creek, there's that episode where Moira negotiates herself potentially out of a contract because she asked for like a diamond tennis bracelet in addition to like making $100,000 more. I'm not doing all that, but like I'm asking for what I'm worth, and I know what I'm worth. So biggest challenge is knowing when to kind of let go and acknowledge, okay, they're not going to ever see it. They're not going to ever give me what I need here. Just like in relationships, you got to know your worth and then add tax. So what about friendship? I thought it would be fun to talk about us as friends, because we've we've changed in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
A lot has changed, I think, between us.
I'm going to let you take the lead on this one.
Okay. I think that we've grown closer. I've said this a million times. I think that not only did recovery bring us closer, but this podcast, because we are literally like sharing the most vulnerable corners of our lives here. And we get to kind of see each other in vulnerable states that I don't know that we've seen each other in before. You know? We've had hard conversations. We've had to talk about my relationships that aren't necessarily the best for me. That's probably the hardest conversation that you and I have had to have, like that I've had to lead, that I've had to say, okay, this is what it is. This is what I need. And this is what it needs to look like moving forward. Like, I think that's the hardest boundary I had to set, because I wanted to keep that relationship with those kids and also with you. And I didn't want to feel like that conflict, that turmoil. And you were like, okay, I don't necessarily like this, but I love you, and those kids did nothing wrong. You know,
Yeah.
we don't have to hash it out, but I think that's the hardest conversation we've had to have. And it was hard. I'm not going to lie. It is hard for me to vocalize certain things. Like, I can type them out all day, but it is hard for me to put them into words and like face people. I get really uncomfortable. So I felt good that I could tell you that. And that we could talk about it. And it didn't have to be like when
a
we were
fight
16
or whatever.
And it's like everyone's calling each other names and writing notes in class and passing them behind, you know. It didn't have to be all like that. And
and I think with that, like, just being able to talk about it and know where each of us was, where we were coming from. You know, I was concerned that you weren't, you know, like that it wasn't just about the kids. And I voiced that.
And we've talked extensively about that.
But like, I was worried about your well-being. Like, at the end of the day, everything that came down to was like, I'm worried about what happens if this doesn't work. And like, I'm worried about you and your heart. And, you were worried about their hearts. And
I always will be.
And so I think it's one of those things where it's like, you know, you might not agree, but you can agree that that we're going to respect each other, even though we never saw eye to eye.
Yeah. And I think that there's probably a couple things that we are never going to see eye to eye on, but it's just not, it doesn't change who we are. It doesn't change how we care for each other. It doesn't change how we interact with each other. It doesn't really change anything.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, a question that was on this thing of like, what have we learned about each other? And I really do think that you and I have learned each other's intentions throughout these last 3 years.
100%.
Like, I know that the things that you are saying aren't coming from a place of malice or meanness or to make me feel like crap. They're coming from a good place. I will say to the Sunday Society, Hannah is your tough love girl. If you need tough love, you call Hannah. If you need soft, gentle love, I'll just tell you everything you're doing is fine. That's not always the best thing. You need a Hannah in your life who can tell you, like, you need to cut it out. This is not going to end well for anybody.
And if you want two options of what you need if you're upset, you call Bianca, because she's going to be like, do you want me to hype you up or do you want me to reel you back in? Sometimes I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, we'll just go in live.
But I just felt like I was leading all these questions, and I know you're asking them, but I feel like our friendship has like evolved in a sense of like going from, we've always been kind of friends to like being family.
Yeah.
And then also, I feel like this is, even though we get paid no money, this is like our business. It's our baby. And we together are partners, and we protect it. Yeah. And I
love that.
I love that we're partners.
We're raising this thing together.
Yeah.
It's our love child. Our love bird. You let it die. Funny moments, everything about us is funny. I said, honestly, we're comedic in almost everything we do. We really are.
Yeah.
So the bloopers that don't make the blooper reel at the end of the episode,
real funny.
Those are the real ones.
Maybe someday we'll charge for those.
Honestly, if we could get there, that would be great.
like after dark or something.
Taking Back Sunday Night.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. Is there anything else that you had?
I feel like the only thing would just be that, I think taking this podcast and going to different locations and exploring that, even going to the Northeast with this podcast, and then just really finding a home that we can always have no matter what is going on, I think is probably awesome, just because I feel like even though this is not my house, this is like our room.
It's a safe space. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I told you and I told you guys, I came in here after a really stressful day at work and just laid on that couch and was like, good vibes. Like Brinley in last week's episode, you probably noticed towards the end, she was getting a little
hangry,
fussy, and she was hangry. And at the end of the episode, Hannah said, "This is good vibes only."
Yeah, like don't be bringing that hatefulness in here.
You leave that outside. And she's like, "I'm just really hungry." I'm like, the society will understand.
Yes,
because we are predominantly women. I look at our statistics. We're like 80% female.
Yeah,
we know what it's like to be hangry.
Thank you, men, though, that come around and listen to us.
Yeah, that 20%. We love you.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of us. Looking back who we are, who we were, us as friends. Now, I want to do like a look back at the podcast and like talk about some of our, have some episode talks. So what is your favorite episode? And again, we don't know each other's answers to these, so I'm excited to see if any of them match.
Okay, so I actually have two. I could not pick between.
I'm just kidding.
Our first Am I the Grinch episode was my fave, where we almost ruined Christmas magic for Brooklyn.
I forgot that.
And then our episode with Caleb and Levi. It's one of my favorites.
Oh, yes. I pretty much consider that their episode, like their podcast.
I mean, it was ours for the week, though.
Yes, it was. So my favorite is the Am I the Grinch, the first one.
When we dressed up.
And you had, like the Cindy Lou Who. And,
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I forgot that we almost ruined Christmas.
Yeah.
Yikes.
We're like, oops.
Okay. The hardest episode to record. So I looked at one that was like emotionally hard, research heavy, or like controversial.
Okay.
So I don't know if you chose one, all.
So I went through them. So the two, I had two for emotionally difficult, and that was Hannah and her sweet baby girl, Ella. That one was, was a hard one. It was also beautiful and wonderful and like really informative, but it really tugged at my heartstrings when she was talking about stuff. And then Autumn, the story of her life, that one for me was an emotionally.
Yeah.
And if I had to pick a third, it was probably your journey back to yourself.
Well, that is the one that I chose. The one that was the most emotionally difficult to record for me was the self-worth one or the infertility one. I feel like the infertility one was very like research based and like factual, whereas like the self-worth one, it was raw. It was
raw.
It was. I sat and typed this whole story out of what I wanted to say, how I wanted to say it, and that's the one where I'm like,
we didn't video. I don't think at that point. It was back in that room over there. Yep. Yeah,
it was like with the dolls,
with the creepy dolls.
But yeah, it was.
Granny, don't listen to this, does she?
No.
Oh, good.
I don't think Granny would know what a podcast was if I told her. I've tried to explain it to her. But yeah, that's one I can't listen to if it's if I'm not in the like a good headspace.
I don't know if I'd ever listen to it again.
Yeah.
Maybe like if you were happily married, you could go back and be like, look how far I've come.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was hard here. Yeah. It was.
When I was looking at like the rewind ideas, I was listening through all of our old ones and I'm like, skip. Not okay.
Yeah.
So what about like a research heavy?
So the Toolbox Killers, that one we did a lot. And I know for you, I think I know which one it is, but that one we did a lot of research.
You did a lot of research on that.
Yeah.
I mean, we did split them up, but like that was you kind of spearheaded.
It was such a big story. And I just wanted to make sure like we didn't miss anything or we didn't miss out on details or what, like all of those people were important and I wanted all of their stories to be told. And so, yeah.
That one I'd probably add to another one that is one I probably won't listen to again.
Yeah, it was
how graphic it was.
It was so graphic. That was hard.
Which one do you think I chose?
Ellen Greenberg.
Yeah, I spent hours.
I loved it.
Researching that episode.
I freaking loved it though. I was like you guys. I got to sit there and just listen. Except I got to talk to her and ask questions during it. But yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, because I knew nothing before listening to that. I knew nothing about her, and now I will never forget her or her name.
Good.
Like,
I'm glad, and I seriously hope that family can find some kind of peace or justice. I don't think they'll ever know peace, but they can get some justice.
What about controversial?
I didn't actually put one for controversial. I didn't feel like any of the ones. I know that I probably know what you want to say or what you're going to say, but like I didn't lead that one. Like I didn't write it, I didn't record it, or I don't feel.
I put the whole series of Am I the Karen? I feel like was
really
it was.
I mean, that is the one that got us our first hater. Yeah, that's not the answer I thought she was going to say. What did you think I was thinking?
Oh, I don't know.
The ice episodes. Or the ice episode. Because it was such a hot topic, like, at the time. I was kind of worried that people were not going to be receptive to it.
I think because of the way that we handled that episode, though, as an informative.
No, I agree with you.
I never heard any backlash on that. I think it was because we really did come from a place of education and understanding. Yeah.
I agree.
And, like, factual information.
That would be the only one that I was like, oof, because the climate of the world at that time with ice was so negative because so many bad things had happened. And
sometimes we got to, no offense, we got to take advantage of what's hot and topic.
Yeah, but we weren't. But you didn't do it in a way that exploited anything.
No, I was.
It was very informative. I did feel like I learned a lot in those episodes. So.
Man, I never talked so fast in my entire life. There were like 30 pages. Like, we got to get through this.
I remember
so much.
Oh, I love it. What was the biggest surprise that we've had, like an episode or an audience reaction?
People's response to our racist Karen episode, and it went viral.
That's what I said. I said we had a viral TikTok.
I was like, wow, okay. And again, when you're talking about things that are hot topics that it's trending and buzzing, it tends to get more, attention.
Yep. I'm excited to see what our next viral TikTok's going to be.
Yeah.
What do you think is our funniest behind the scenes moment?
Probably when we were recording at the barn and Bobby's dog scared us.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And I about flipped over in my chair.
Yes.
Jaeger.
Oh, man. So I put that there's just so many that we can't talk about.
It is hard. It is hard.
The sulfur burps for me whenever I was starting that medicine, and it was bad.
It was so bad.
So bad. And
I was like, I don't think I want to try this.
Yeah, like, it ain't worth it. That smells like something died.
And you were nauseous, and you just didn't feel good, and I was like, yeah, I just think I'll just be, like, fat forever.
Getting all fat. What do you think has been the most meaningful listener interaction?
So I had a couple little things. So I have someone who actively listens, and they say that they feel like it's an hour that they are sitting down talking with friends, and I love that.
I do too. That's what we're doing.
That's what we're trying to do. And then I had someone after that I've known like since I was little and like prominent in the community, and like she came up to me and was like, I'm so proud of you for sharing your story on the podcast. And I was like, yeah, you're gonna make me cry.
Yeah.
It meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
Because when you're like being very raw and like sharing really, really personal things, you don't know how people are going to take it.
Right. And people like, I don't know, because some people that are listening to this are in like Australia, we're from a very, very, very small town. Like our graduating class was 68 people. Everybody knows everybody. It's just like the movies, like the Hallmark movies, where,
you walk into a store and you've run into 5 people, and
you can't go anywhere without somebody knowing you and knowing your mom and knowing your grandparents. So being able, like exposing these very private parts of our lives in such a public way and having people that have known us since we were children, like listening, like it is scary. It's vulnerable. And but the reception has been great. Yeah. Like people receive this very well.
Mm-hmm.
We had a comment on one of the recovery episodes, the Summer Rewind recovery episodes, from somebody that I used to work with back at Head Start, that she was very thankful of how openly we talk about addiction and recovery, and how it's not just a one person thing. It affects an entire system of people.
Yeah.
I do believe that she has somebody in her very close life that is an addict that struggles. And I think that it normalizes the experience for people that aren't the addict, but it also humanizes the addict as well.
Yeah.
So I think that has been a pretty meaningful for me, just to see, like, that's what we wanted to do.
That's what we wanted to do.
Yep. We wanted to reach
That was
people.
our purpose. Yeah.
What has been the biggest lesson that podcasting has taught you?
You're going to make someone mad, so might as well be yourself doing it.
Oh, okay. Clock it. I feel like I'm the opposite. It says, I honestly feel like I've been humbled. Like, I feel like podcasting has really humbled me. Like, there's a lot of things that I need to learn. There's a lot of parts of me that I am not super proud of, but that I'm working through. And it's just, it kind of,
it sometimes in this room feels like we have mirrors in front of us and we are looking at ourselves, and sometimes it's not always the best.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't like that reflection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally see that.
Like, we joke and like make fun of how crappy I am at dating, but like, it's a problem. Like, it really is something that I don't know what to do.
People are a problem too.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just me. Am I the drama? Sometimes.
Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Yeah.
That was a good episode. Accountability.
Yes.
Love it. So, okay. What's one thing that you would do differently if we started over?
I think video recording from the get-go, because I think it adds so much, and it allows people who want to watch the TikToks. That really helped us with our following. Like, I just feel like if we could have started there, and not having the song titled the song, so then our first podcast got shut down and we had to redo everything, and then like we had no followers again, and it was
build up from the ground.
Yeah, those would be my two little things.
Also,
what about you? Oh,
we have 251 Spotify followers now, not 247, baby.
What about you?
I'm not sure that there's anything I would change, because I love where we are now. But the more that I like, when people ask, what is your podcast about? The more I'm like, maybe we should have given us maybe a more like focused scope to fit into like a very specific audience. Because right now
really
we
don't.
talk about everything.
And I say that when people are like, what is your podcast? I'm like, it's about everything.
I say it's a lifestyle podcast.
Yeah, it's just literally, it's mental health, it's funny, it's hot topics, it's controversies, it's everything. It's,
we have something for everybody.
We're a lifestyle.
Yeah. It's a passion project that we talk about everything. So actually, I don't know that I would want to pigeonhole us into one thing, because that's where I think that we would run out of things to talk about.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if we're only going to talk about mental health, well, there's only so many topics that you can talk about.
I love true crime, but like, I can't talk about true crime all the time.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
Hard. It's hard. And it's a lot of research, because you want to do it right by the victims.
Yes.
And you want to make sure that you're doing it in a way that isn't plagiarizing. And you want to make sure
and you have to have so much time to prepare for each episode. And it's just, we don't have that kind of time.
No.
We have full-time jobs that are not podcasting.
Yeah.
I was going to say, there's plenty of real podcasters that's their real job and they're killing it.
Yeah. And
they
started out in rooms like this, you know. That's the dream, is to just not have to work ever again and just do this for the rest of our lives. But maybe from the homestead. Okay. So rapid fire, quick question or quick answers. Would we do it again? Would you start a podcast again?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Would you release your first episode exactly the same?
I mean, I think so. I thought it was great. What about you?
I said no. I would take out the background music that I put in there, because I feel like it's very distracting.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would take that out. Would you change your branding?
Maybe.
I wrote maybe. I put maybe.
Yeah. Maybe. We can though. Like we're not set in stone.
I go back and forth about the name.
Yeah.
I really do. Just because if we ever get famous, are they gonna sue us? But we don't have to worry about that, I guess, for right now.
Yeah.
Would you still choose the same topics?
Yeah,
Me too.
I think so.
Would you have started sooner?
No,
I said no.
I
think
was
we
not.
started
I
exactly-
probably would not have been at a good place to kind of discuss some of the things that we talked about. So probably not.
Yeah, that's what I felt too. Would you recommend podcasting?
Yeah,
Yeah, only if you have the time, because it is a lot.
it is. It is. It is. It's not just the hour. It's the planning. It's the recording. It's the editing. It's the posting. It's
Mhm.
the checking in on comments
It's
and
the
replying.
marketing
Yeah,
aspect.
it's
Yeah, there's
it's all
a
of
lot.
it. Yeah.
There's a lot to it. Would you do weekly episodes again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the only way to build a following is
Yeah.
just to be consistent. Which episode would you love to redo?
Oh. So I didn't look at these because I was like, oh, I just want to answer off the top of my head. But now I kind of wish I would have looked
Oh,
at that
girl,
one.
Yeah, that one's hard. We have so many episodes.
I'm going to say any of the barn ones, I wish that we would have had like a little bit more equipment because the video quality was not very great. But those episodes were really good.
They were really good.
Yeah.
They really were. I said the family systems one because I literally was just like reading from a script. It was like a lesson. Which topic deserves a part 2? I have like 75 of them, so.
Oh my
we
gosh.
should've done that.
Love languages is always going to be top one
Yeah.
for me. I love the love languages. I feel like we could talk about it a million times. There's a million different things you could talk about with love languages.
Yeah.
Part 2, when Bianca finds happiness.
Oh.
We can talk
Finally, a
a self-worth or a relationship
Yes.
part 2. I don't know.
I put the Save Myself episode, which was the learning when to get mental health help.
Mhm.
Talking about that, maybe the comparison episode.
Oh,
see where we
yeah.
stand with that. The episode title is Tears in Heaven, and it's the episode you did about Shanquella.
Yeah.
I think that one, I would love a follow-up on that.
Oh, that was so sad.
And then Sweet Child of Mine, Parenthood, which I don't know why I didn't think about that for the rewind. Like, touch base about parenthood.
We can do it anytime.
We can do it in November, yeah. Which episode are you most proud of?
Anything in hot take season. anything hot
That's
take summer.
crazy.
What?
I would have assumed you would have chose the addiction episodes.
Nope.
Hot takes all summer, she said.
I felt like that was our moment where we were like, okay, this is what we want this to be.
This is us.
This is us, and we're not holding back.
The
and it
vibes
was,
did shift.
yeah.
Well, I went more like textbook answer and chose the self-worth episode.
Yeah.
Or the infertility episode. Which one makes you cringe a little bit now?
I mean, I feel like my first episodes where I'm like talking like I'm putting you to sleep. I'm like, oh my gosh. Or anytime I get really excited and my voice goes up high, I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't know.
I said none really because I am very proud of us and
Yeah.
proud of each and every episode, and I stand by them. But probably the Eric Erickson's episode that was also very boring because
Oh
I was
my
just
gosh.
reading from a script.
Yeah,
The
it was
stages
long.
of development, it was very long and it was
Yeah.
very boring. So yeah, those are our podcast rapid fires. Would
I
we do it again?
love that.
Our next little section is another rapid fire of like a then versus now, like comparing the 2023 versions of ourselves to the current version.
Mhm.
So finish the sentence. I used to think, and now I believe.
So I used to think I had to please people and be and say what they wanted. And now I believe people are going to have a problem with something you do. You might as well have people mad at an authentic version of you.
I love it. I'm putting that on like a status somewhere.
I'm getting
making that
I'm getting a
Facebook.
tattoo.
Put it on my booty cheeks. I love it. I used to think that I would never recover, and now I believe that I am strong and can overcome deep sorrow and grief.
I love that.
All right. Next sentence. I used to worry about, now I know.
Well, everybody can kind of know where my headspace is right now. Being too honest and people judging me, it's going to happen regardless.
I love that. I used to worry about what people thought of me. Now I know that I am enough.
Love it.
Very similar to yours. Success used to mean, success now means.
So, in the thought of like the podcast,
Okay. I just did in life.
so I did the podcast. So success, it used to mean followers. Like the more
Mhm.
followers we get, the more successful. And now it means like meaningful connections with people.
I love that.
Yeah.
I honestly think that fits in life too.
Yeah.
Like, truly, because that's kind of what mine is. Success used to mean having things and a picture perfect life on social media. And it now means having peace in my life and just being at peace with who I am and what I have.
Love it.
All right. Are you guys still with us? Because we're almost done.
We are.
We are going to look now, looking forward. So we've looked at the past, we've looked at the present. Now we're going to look ahead. So what are some commitments? And we've already talked about goals, so we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on the commitments here. But personally, I would love to have a homestead. Professionally, I'm committing to leadership. I'm going to be a boss. And podcast goals. This is something that I did want to touch on just because there are some extra goals that I added. The guest interviews, we already have one scheduled, so that goal is already in progress. I would love to do a live show. And we talked about...
Like a live show, like a live audience.
Yes.
Yes.
Doing it somewhere live with people watching us.
I think it would be great.
Like at the Lex or something. Like, get with Amanda with the collaborative and just be the MCs for that.
Yeah. I think it would be great.
I think it would be a lot of fun. Community events. So we talked about like St. Patrick's Day, but what if we reached out to the chamber about the Parade of Lights and emceed that?
I think that'd be fun.
But I think it would be so much fun.
I'm okay with cold. I am not okay with too hot because you can only take so much off
before it's a crime.
You can put a lot of layers on.
That's very true. So really quick, what are some, I know that we've already talked about them, but are there any extra goals that you wanted to add to the list?
I don't think so. I think just really just expanding on things that we've touched on, but like, I loved the rewind because I feel like we kind of talk about things, but then we kind of go in depth and can go on like these little adventures with different things. And I would love to just continue to do that and not put us in a box.
Yeah. Yeah. I also want to get more interaction from listeners. So if you've been paying attention on Spotify, listeners, I have put more polls out that I think they're great. So I want interaction. I want people to answer these polls. I want it to be more than just me answering these questions.
Yeah.
So at the end of this episode, or, in the beginning of this episode, go to the poll and answer it and just let me know like what your thoughts are. Like some of them, they're free form. Like, what do you want to hear more from us? Like, we're planning season 8, and there's plenty of open opportunities for episodes. So we want to know. So please interact with us.
Absolutely.
What do you hope has changed in the next 3 years? Podcast related.
I mean, having like a podcast studio with like the soundproof walls would be amazing.
Girl,
and like maybe like a room with like a big table where people could sit around.
Yes.
Recording might be a little easier. Maybe our own recording so I can still use my phone.
Yes, like our own
So just like logistics.
Honestly, mine is the sound quality. I said I need to get it figured out. And I think that if we record in a separate thing and sync it up, the quality will be better. But I want to play with that. What do you hope stays exactly the same?
Our friendship.
Yeah, I hope that we are still authentically ourselves.
Yeah.
Yep. I love that. So when we record this episode again, 3 years from now, what do you hope that we're talking about?
Oh my gosh.
Everything.
Living on land that we've bought and slowing down and like being more self-sufficient and like my kid being able to be taught school from home because I have a best friend who's a teacher and
that is my job.
Our farm animals.
All
all of the things. I would love to share every bit of that with you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know, just being able to like share like our life, like we come in here and we talk about things. I would love to be limitless on where we're recording and what we're showing. And like, if we have car talks, like add the car talks into the podcast, like all the things. I just want to, logistically, I want to figure out how that would work so that we would have the good quality, but be able to be a little bit more free with what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Not be like tied down to one place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope that we're talking about my wedding.
Oh my gosh.
I'm being honest. To the man that I've not met yet. I I want to be.
I would love it.
I would love that.
I love planning a party, and let me just tell you something. It would be the party of the century. Taylor and Travis, you don't even know.
You don't even know.
I was wrong, by the way. It was 40 million, not 100 million. I shot way for the stars. It was 40 million.
I was with you up in those stars. So that's still a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
A hot take that we could talk about is how people are not thrilled that this lavish party was being thrown, and like it was a very let them eat cake moment, I read.
Well, they work really hard and made that money, so
and they are very charitable people.
They are not taking money from your taxes to pay for anything or pay for a yacht. So do what you want. And we love, and they love each other. I'm happy for them.
I am too.
I just want pictures. I want to see their dress.
I just want to see the dress.
I want to see what the inside of the venue looked like. And I want to see, I want to see the entire thing behind the scenes. And I know it's coming to Disney Plus. So please just put it out because I am waiting.
We just know.
It's in my gut. It's going to happen.
Oh, I have a feeling as well.
And that's why they spent 40 mil, because they're going to make money off that.
They're going to make that money back in roses or whatever that phrase is. Money. I don't know. That's not right. Whatever. So yes, I hope that in 3 years that I am talking about our homestead, that I'm talking about my love and maybe a family and just, whatever that might look like. So, okay, here's our time capsule moment where we are going to answer questions about what we think life will look like in 3 years. So where will we live? Where will you live? I say we like we're just going to live together because we are.
So my hope and goals are Carney Holt Lathrop.
In 3 years. So I said likely still here in 3 years, but my land will be purchased and my final home will be in progress, like being built.
Yeah.
What will your career look like in 3 years?
I hope to not have a traditional career anymore.
Wow. Okay.
That would be the ultimate goal.
Love it. I expect to be a manager or in a leadership role. I plan to still be working. Will the podcast still exist?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I said maybe. I said it depends on where we are in our lives and if there's anything left to talk about.
Listen, if it's not a podcast, we'll just be doing segments with you guys.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Car talks.
Yeah.
Biggest goal for the next 3 years. We already know what this is, but
to transform my life and my family and to just enjoy the small things.
Well, yours was very poetic. Mine is buying land and begin building my home.
Yep, that's what it means.
I'm very technical. What's your biggest fear in the next 3 years?
I guess probably just the economy, the world, where we're going, I would say is probably a big fear of mine. What about you?
I said isolation, and I'm just going to leave it at that. We can talk more off camera if we want to about it.
Okay.
What's one word for the next chapter?
Is this in 3 years or just now?
3 years.
Okay.
So, what's the word for the next 3 years?
Limitless.
Determination.
With those two things, we are set, y'all.
Unstoppable.
I'm unstoppable. What is that? I think it's Sia.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I don't have a clue where that one's going. You're on your own, girl. So 3 years ago, this podcast started with 2 people, a couple of microphones, and a lot of hope. Today, it feels like so much more than a podcast. It has truly become a community, a society. If you will, a Sunday society.
A Sunday society.
So thank you for laughing with us, for learning with us, and growing alongside us. Wherever the next 3 years will take us, we hope that you'll be right here every Sunday. And we'll see you in 3 years. Actually, we'll see you in a couple weeks, but we'll be here. And we'll see you again in 3 years to do this. So we love you. We will see you again in spooky season. I'm Bianca.
I'm Hannah.
And we are
Taking Back Sunday. And I didn't cry. Like, this is good, this is good, like, I don't know.
This is good shit. No, it's good information.
Well, what is the,
Juju?
It's like equipment, but it's not equipment. Like good material.
Oh, I said how
She a
comfortable.
fan, she a fan, she a fan, or he
And
a
yeah, he too.
he a fan.
You got your female fan, I got my male fan. He's just jealous because he don't have these things. I'll cut that out. Is there one thing that we would do differently? Or let me start that over.